different. But don't take anything away from Jaren Jackson. He knows a thing or two about defending.
Yep.
As the ball's up, game is on. Clippers have it. They'll have to start the fourth quarter as well.
But let's see if we see it. There it is. Zoo inside. Love it. Even though he missed that shot, that puts a little bit of awareness in the eyes and minds of the Memphis Grizzlies that Zoo is going to be involved in offense early.
Jackson the other way. The two de facto centers missing the first shot for each team. Clippers get the rebound. Collins on Morant. Off the window and in, and the Clippers strike first here in Inglewood.
Well, first two shots inside the paint. And Jaren Jackson Jr. right back at the Clippers.
They're trying to get Jackson back off to snide. In his last 5 games, averaging 10 points a contest. He's missed his last 13 threes. This is an all-star level player, averaging 18 points a game. Speaking of all-star level players, Kawhi Leonard counted and a foul.
Well, Kawhi gets to a spot on the baseline, and years of doing this, just being patient, watching how the closeout attacks and then goes at it. And I love this from John Collins. You can see more of this. Beat your opponent down the court, you end up with a mismatch. That time able to take advantage of it inside.
Got good numbers, did John Collins, the last time these two teams met just off of Beale Street. Kawhi gets up and down on a 3-point play. Clippers haven't played since Thursday in Houston. They played a good game, save for the last 4 or so minutes, and really maybe the last few seconds. Unable to get the ball inbounded. Whistle foul goes against Kawhi. 5-2 start Clippers.
And those are the plays. Now, we can point back to that play as like, okay, that cost us a game. But if you talk to coaches, you can say, we lost that sometime late third quarter, fourth quarter.
Jackson misses the first two. Get a quick word from Keel.
It's assignments, giving up some shots, turning the ball over. That put us in a position where we had to be able to scramble out of it with 4.8 seconds left.
The reality is they're down 3. Houston was clearly going to foul. It was going to take a little bit of luck.
Yep.
It didn't seem like anybody knew what play was being run. Nobody came back to the ball. Dunn penetrates inside, recovers, finds Collins on the wing for 3. Jalen Wells, who I mentioned last time we saw them, he hasn't slowed down. This is a guy that is really in a groove, averaging 18 points and hitting 59% of his shots from the field. This is Jackson going to work on Zoo, floating it up and in, and they're going to feed Jaren Jackson here in this first quarter.
Well, you go back to Jalen Wells. The byproduct of not having Ja Morant in the lineup allowed his usage rate to skyrocket, and as a result, got more comfortable being in that lead role. Speaking of lead roles, how do you stop Kawhi from getting to his spot? And let me answer that for you. You don't. You know what I mean?
He's number 1 on the call sheet. Morant down the lane in that's the easiest shot I've ever seen him take. A nice little graceful layup for Ja Morant. He ties up the score at 7. First player other than Jaren Jackson to take a shot. Kawhi the other way. Gets some space, puts it up, and puts it in again. Kawhi Leonard is now 3 for 3.
Rinse and repeat. Spot again. Got to it. Used those broad shoulders. Created the space.
Aldama comes in with great form as well. Misses on the 3. He's got 44 points in his last 2 games for Memphis. Clippers by 2. They're 4 of 6 from the field. Here's Harden. Deflected out of bounds. Good idea with Collins in the corner.
And this is in their secondary break. Kawhi able to get and provide any support to even contest that shot by Kawhi.
Leonard goes to work on the first-year Coward. Can't get it to fall. Leonard the rebound. Fades and fires. And Zoo taps it up and in. Some offensive rebounding here for the Clippers. They lead by 4. Wells. Harden say all ball. He wants a review. I don't think that's the right time to do it. 8:49 to play in the first quarter.
Ultra aggressive Kawhi forces the defense to have to shift a little bit. And now Zoo is able to negotiate his way inside to get that tip. And I love to see when Kawhi is this aggressive off the dribble, shifting the defense. Some good things happen from that.
to shooting almost 60% from the field. And how about this? 22 of 39 from three.
How about that?
11-9, Clippers out in front. The offense has looked good. By the offense, I mean Kawhi Leonard. Harden tries to send it back outside to Dunn. Deflected. Wells recovers. Morant tries to attack on Dunn. Walled off, poked free, out of bounds. It'll stay with Memphis. Good defense there by Chris Dunn.
Yeah, I mean, Ja may have the quickness advantage, but once he starts trying to back down Chris Dunn, it's all going to be in favor of KD.
Coward comes off the screen, loses the handle. Now Leonard the other way. Ja lurking in the back. Kawhi able to recover, finds Dunn. Twisting and turning on Jackson, gets a friendly roll. Chris Dunn had 9 in Houston, gets his first basket here. Aldama, the C's part, and taps it in the ball on a goaltending offensively. Picked up his dribble.
Why? To knock it away from Cedric Howard.
Leonard. Back to Dunn. Into Zubac. Footwork by Ivica Zubac. His second basket. Clippers by 6. Timeout Memphis.
Yeah, the offense is humming right now. The reason why is the ball is moving quick decisions. That time by the Clippers.
Jaren Jackson will take his seat. This is one of the interesting things here for Memphis. Now Jackson could be on a minute restriction, but they like to sub out any and almost like a hockey line as Morant inside misses on the reverse layup. Zoo the rebound. Here come the Clippers out in front by 6.
They've got numbers right here.
Unforced error there as Kawhi dribbles out of bounds. It goes back to Memphis. Jalen Wells. In the corner, Coward cannot convert. Harden the rebound. Memphis 3 for 7, Clippers 7 of 11. Dunn going to work, swivels, maybe gets fouled indeed. Got fouled, he'll go to the line for 2.
That more than the strain.
I agree with
you know what I mean? If worse comes to worse.
Victor Wembanyama was a calf injury.
Exactly.
Wells, it falls. I mentioned it, a great form that he comes in with.
Yep.
17-12, Clippers out in front.
And his confidence continues just to soar. More games he plays, more confident, and actually is better for the Grizzlies all the way around. Nice pass. Oh, couldn't handle it.
Morant the other way, in overdrive, deflected and taken away by Harden. With Aldama to beat, behind the back to Collins. Oh, he serves it up on Aldama. Big finish inside, great play by Harden. Coward the other way. Aldama the catch and shoot 3. And the ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Dunn. It'll stay with Memphis. Time now for Drive to the Hoop, brought to you by
How
Hyundai.
many times you see this? Ja Morant in the open court getting picked, and that's James Harden. James looks up. He knows JC is behind him. Watch him look up in the air. Oh, I got you. Aldama. Sometimes you just make a decision to get out the way. He was halfway in, halfway out on that contest.
Spencer is back in there. Wells pulls up in the mid-range. We got some shooting out there now for Memphis. I mentioned Spencer is out there. He too in great form for the Grizzlies. We'll talk about him as the game goes on. 5:45 to play. Very entertaining first quarter for the Clippers. They're 8 of 12. Bad pass there. 4th turnover for the Clippers. And here is Spencer. Easy little layup. He doesn't need any help. He's hit his last 7 shots. Was 6 for 6 in their most recent game, which was a loss to Utah. 5.5 to play in this first quarter. Memphis now 5 of 11 to the field. Aldama flirts with a double team. Zoo attacks. Dunn hesitates. Drives into a double team. Muscles up a shot. It falls for Chris Dunn.
And usually you would say he hesitated